If you're not interested, please log out right now. But if you know that you are ready to hear information that is going to change your life, stick with this video to the very end. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl Hadiza, and this is your favorite channel, Africa Living with Hadiza. It is 2024. Happy New Year everyone. Happy New Year. I wish you the very best of this year, and I believe in my soul, in my heart, in my spirit that this year is going to be a phenomenal one for each and every single one of us. First of all, I want to say thank you to my subscribers, my 767 member strong subscribers. I mean, I started this channel pretty much December of last year, and now I am 1 year old on YouTube, and I was able to get 767 of you guys on this journey within 1 year, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you that saw my videos, you believed in my dreams, you loved something about this, and you decided to subscribe. I want to say thank you for riding with me. You guys are the real ones, and if this is your first time seeing this beautiful face, don't make it be the last one. Hit that subscribe button because this is where you belong. Now, I want to talk a little bit about my YouTube journey before I get into the juice of this video. Now, what's the juice of this video, you might ask? First of all, the juice of this video is talking about how we are going to make 2024 our very best year yet. And I know there are so many videos like this online. I know everybody and their grandmother is telling you how 2024 is going to be a phenomenal year for you. So if you're not interested, please log out right now. But if you know that you are ready to hear information that is going to change your life, stick with this video to the very end. Now back to what I'm talking about my journey on YouTube. First of all, I want to talk about a little bit about what is going to be happening on this channel getting into the new year. Now, Africa Living with Hadiza for me has always been about my African story, my unique African experience as an African woman navigating Africa, from travel, our history, our culture, and all of those beautiful things about being African, the people, our food, our lifestyle, and all of these experiences. Now, in the year 2023, I did a lot of historical videos, political commentary, and all of those things. I talked a little bit about African philosophy, African mythology, and all of those things on this channel. But going forward into the year 2024, I'm going to be splitting my YouTube channel into two. Can I hear a round of applause? Thank you. No picture, please. Now, why am I going to be doing that? First of all, for me, African history, African mythology, especially ancient African, has been something that has been very important to me. And I feel like there is a lot of miseducation on these streets about Africa, who Africans are, what Africa is really all about. And a lot of the information we have is really the negative information. Now, I realized that switching, those two types of content on one channel was going to be very confusing and conflicting for my subscribers, because a lot of people that joined last year joined because they saw my African heroes playlist, or they saw my ancient African breakdowns like the Oyo Empire, the Benin Kingdom, and people were really interested in that. But then on the flip side, you see the next video I post is me going out in Abuja, going to the mall, or me doing something with my friends, and it doesn't really correlate. So it's like, oh, is this an educational channel, or is it a lifestyle channel, or what's really going on here? And I know a lot of people always say, oh, don't really niche down too hard on YouTube. But then again, I've always been passionate about African education. Anybody that knows me knows how passionate I am about education, teaching people about life, teaching people about philosophy, teaching people about Africa as an encapsulation of what we really are. And I really want it to be that I have a channel that focuses strictly on that, which is African philosophy, African mythology, ancient Africa, the life that we had before colonialism, before Western influence, and all of these things, who we were as a people. Because I sincerely believe that if you don't know who you are, you cannot know who you're going to be. If you don't know where you're coming from, you can never know where you're going to. So I'm launching a new channel. I've actually always had this channel. This is like my first ever YouTube channel that I opened, but I didn't really post anything on it. So I'm going to be posting on that channel. It's going to be called African Education Channel. I'm not really too sure about the name, but African Education Channel sounds like what I'm going to be sticking to. So I'm going to be putting the link there. If you came to this channel strictly because you came to you subscribe to my channel strictly because of African history, ancient African culture. But if you actually came because you are strictly interested in African history, African knowledge, I suggest that you subscribe to that channel, because there is going to be so much information. I'm going to be dedicating my time to all of that good stuff, because I really believe that understanding our history, who we really are, shapes what we eventually become. And I believe that all of these things begin from a raised consciousness. If we see ourselves as people who had a certain lifestyle, it begins to affect the way we look at ourselves, the way we see ourselves, our self-concept, and that translates into the people that we eventually become. So the main idea of it is raising an African consciousness, a higher African consciousness. So if that was what really brought you here in the first place, I'm going to put the link in the bio, and I want you to please subscribe to that channel. Now for this channel, Africa Living with Hadiza, is just strictly going to be about me, my lifestyle, my travel, the people I meet, the places I go, the interviews I have, and all of those good stuff. Still surrounding about Africa, but it's going to have a lot of other things. Like if I travel outside Nigeria, I travel outside Africa, I experience different cultures. It's really just going to be something that revolves around me as an African woman and my African experience, my family, my friends, and all of those things. So it's majorly going to be a travel and lifestyle channel. So if you enjoy that, please stay with me. And if you're new here and this is what you want to see, please don't forget to subscribe. So I hope I have made that as clear as possible without confusing you guys. Being an African woman is something that I've always been passionate about, and I feel it's a privilege for me to have incarnated as an African, woman, having my own unique experience. And I'm glad to have awakened to the point that I am now, where I feel like I have something to offer in this space. So thank you so much for attending my TED Talk. I hope I've not talked for too long. So let's get right into the juice of the video. So like I said, this is the year 2024, and coming out of 2023 was, I had like, the thing with enlightenment, when you're getting enlightened, it's like a strong journey. It's like a war. You're inside something. It's like when a woman is giving birth, at the time when before the baby comes out, there's a lot of like constriction. There's a lot of constriction, so a lot is going on. It's like a war, it's like a battle you're fighting, and then the baby is born. That is how enlightenment is. It's an awakening process, and when you're getting awakened, you actually go through a whole lot. So I'm saying all of this to say that I went through a whole lot at the end of this year, but in going through all of that, I learned some valuable lessons that I want to share with you today, that I'm taking with me as my guide to making 2024 my very, very best year yet. Number one, of course, I brought my note because I don't want to get sidetracked today. Number one is gratitude. The truth about life is that sometimes when you're in the thick of your situation in life, it's very difficult to be grateful for what you have. Now, let me tell you why. In 2023, I had a whole list of what I wanted to have out of the year, what I wanted to get, where I thought I would be, the material things I thought I would have. And at the beginning of the year, I was so positive that I was going to have everything. And at the end of the year, going through my list, I was really disappointed and I was really angry, for lack of a better word, as to why did I not have what I wanted? And I couldn't even bring myself to a point of gratitude because I was so upset. Like, why? But then within the period of my awakening, I began to understand that everything in my life happens for a reason, and everything that is happening is actually happening for me, not happening to me. And I realize that if I start to see things that way, I should be able to muster within myself the capacity to be grateful for the fact that I am alive. That means there is hope for another day, there is hope for a better life, there is hope for the future of my dreams. And I have to learn to immerse myself in the present, looking around everything I already have, and be grateful for that, you know. So I learned a really strong lesson in gratitude at the end of the year. Gratitude not just for when the things you say you want come, but gratitude in every wise, because the fact that you are alive is a gift. Life is a gift, and being grateful for that gift, being grateful for that privilege to live again, to try again, you know, even if it's another new year and it's like, okay, we go again, but we go again with the gratitude, with the fact that we even have the opportunity to go again. So gratitude is something that I'm not going to let go of this new year, because last year when the littlest thing happened, I get overwhelmed with it and I'm just like, God, what's this, you know? And I can't find myself finding gratitude when things are tough. But I am more determined than ever before to find gratitude even in the toughest of situations in this new year. So number one is gratitude. Number two is strength and guidance from within. Now personally, I believe that we all have inner counsel. We all have this still small voice within us that tells us where we need to be, where we need to go, what we're supposed to do. The truth of the matter is, like I said in this video earlier, this type of video of make 2024 your best year yet is everywhere online. It's everywhere. Everybody's talking, even including me. Everybody has a voice now. Everybody's talking. Everybody's selling a course. Everybody's selling, oh, this is how you make it on YouTube. Oh, this is how you can become your most feminine self. Oh, this is how you can become this kind of woman. This is how you can become that kind of man. Everybody is talking. But I believe that in stillness is when you hear. In stillness is when you find the greatest of direction. We all have to learn, including me that I'm saying this, to listen to that voice within, because that is where the real true guidance comes from. Yes, there is a place of listening to other people, listening to their advice and using that as a guide in your life. But the real truth, the real juice of who you are and the direction of your life comes from within you. When we were created with everything that we actually need for true and proper direction in our life. So if we take that time to find stillness and listen to that voice within, we will know what to do, we will know where to go, and we will know how to do it. So like I said, number two, strength and guidance from within. Find your strength, find your guidance, find your direction from within yourself, even as much as you listen to people, but make sure you find your guidance from within, because everybody is selling something online, and some people don't even care whether, you know, what they are selling has, you know, a reward or has, you know, something really to give out of it. They just want to make a quick buck. Yes, there are some people that are genuinely selling good stuff. I'm not going to knock anybody's, you know, hustle and whatnot. Some people are genuinely selling life-changing things, but the truth, I sincerely believe that everything you need to have direction in your life, to know what to do about your life and how to do it, comes from within you. So you can listen to people to propel you, but know that the truth of your direction in life comes from within you. Now, number three, believe in yourself. Now I'm going to tell you a little story. When I was growing up, I used to be somebody that I believe in myself so much that I feel like if I jump off a building, I would fly. Wings would just come and I will fly. I couldn't believe that I would jump from a building and something will happen to me. I had so much belief in myself. But as you grow older in life, as you have so many life experiences, disappointments and all those things, it gets to a time where you begin to second guess yourself and you're like, do I even have the capacity to achieve? Now, particularly for this my YouTube channel, I wanted to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of last year, and I was so certain that I was going to do it. But somehow, almost like 3 days to the end of the year, I was still dancing on 766, and I was on 766 for the entire month of December. Like the entire month of December, I don't think I got 1 subscriber. I think it was literally on the 31st of December that I got 2 new subscribers. So from 766 to 768, you know, and I was so disappointed. I was like, oh my, should I not just give up on this YouTube? Should I just not just leave it and go and find something realistically to do with my life, But on Sunday, I went to church, even though I'm not the most religious person, but I went to church on Sunday and I was listening to the sermon. As I was listening, something the pastor said, I can't even remember what he said, but what he said triggered a thought process in me. And I remember that I used to have so much belief in myself. What happened? I know I've been through a lot. I know I've had to overcome a lot of obstacles, and sometimes I even felt like life was against me. But I knew my capacity to believe in myself, and I had to awaken myself to that thought process that I'm going to believe in myself this year. Believe in myself like I am a religion. Believe in myself like I have the capacity to do anything. Believe in myself that I have the ability to overcome every challenge that life throws at me. Know that I am complete as I am, and there is nothing I want that I can't have. There is nothing that is impossible for me, and I will guard my mind against any thought process that wants to come to me and tell me that, oh yeah, you've been wanting this thing for 1,000,000 years, you have been struggling to have this thing for forever and ever, and it has not worked for you. So what makes you think it's going to work now? Because sometimes your mind can be your greatest battle, your greatest opponent, because your mind is actually protecting you against the worst case scenario. So that's why your mind is bringing those things to you, like, well, you need to be careful. Don't raise your hopes too high so you don't get disappointed, so your heart doesn't get broken. Yes, all of those things are a possibility, but as it lies on me, within my ability to, I am going to believe that anything is possible for me. Anything I put my mind to, I will achieve. Anything I want, I will get. Anything I say will happen, would happen for me, as long as it is within the perfect will of God and it doesn't bring harm or hurt to anybody. So believe in yourself. Nobody is going to do it for you. That's another thing. Nobody is going to have more faith in you than you have in yourself. So number 3 is believe in yourself. Number 4, be your best self always. Now, I'm going to put a little spin on be your best self. I know when people say, oh, be your best self, it means like come out of your house looking your best, dress well when you can, go to the gym, no matter your age, make sure that you're in good health, you're in good shape, you're in good, all of those things are very important. Anybody knows me knows that I'm number 1 self-care queen. I'm number 2 gym rat, even though last year I didn't go to the gym for a long time, but this year I'm back in the gym, and I want to remain in the best state of mind and body for as long as I am on this earth and as long as I have the ability to. So I want to try to be my best self always. But the spin I want to put in it is that being your best self is not just a physical journey. It is an emotional and intellectual journey. Being your best self means forgiving the people that have hurt you in the past. It means holding. So you will not believe that I've recorded and recorded and recorded. I've talked and talked and talked. I've talked on saliva has dried in my mouth. Only for me to check, and my video stopped at point number 3. Hey, God have mercy. God have mercy upon us.
God have mercy upon us.
I was so disappointed. I almost started shedding tears because what I said slapped. It slapped. I'm in severe pains. You don't understand. I
am in severe pain.
Recorded to the very end, only for me to check and I'm nothing. But no wahala now. iPhone, I need to do this one. I honestly need a new camera, or I need a new phone or something, because what? Wow is just all I'm going to say. Anyway, so yeah, it stopped recording at be the best of yourself, point number 4. And I was saying the spin I want to put on be the best of yourself is holding yourself accountable. A lot of times when we talk about being the best of yourself, people really look at it as a physical thing, going to the gym, taking care of yourself, eating well, but then I think the integral part of your character matters more than even your physical appearance. Being the best of yourself means forgiveness, forgiving people that have wronged you, holding your own self accountable for some of your own actions, introspection, looking deep within yourself. Who am I? What is the content of my character? Am I a person of integrity? Am I somebody that can be trusted? Am I somebody that would just, throw caution to the wind as long as nobody's watching, or as long as nobody knows that it's me? That is really what I believe is the foundation of being the best of yourself. It is holding your own self accountable. It is being the best of your own self character-wise. You understanding that everything that you do is a reflection of yourself, your principles, what you really believe, the integrity of your own personality, and holding yourself true to it. It is ensuring that you understand that sometimes your own actions too can hurt people, in as much as people also hurt you, and holding your own self accountable for hurting people, being able to apologize for your actions, and also taking responsibility when you are wrong. It is also understanding that nobody is perfect and giving people that room to express their imperfection as you also express your own imperfections. Like, I had to learn it the hard way. Like I said, this last period of the year was a very trying time for me, and as much as I know a lot, I've read a lot, I studied a lot, and sometimes people like me can have a very hard time when people are telling you that, you don't know it all, just calm down. You think you do, but you actually don't, And I had a fight with my sister that really opened my eyes to the fact that I don't know it all. I have my own problems too. And I should be able to hold myself responsible to the fact that I have my own problems. I am far from perfect. And every day is a journey in self-improvement. I have to hold myself accountable this year to being the best of myself, to allow myself to see myself from the eyes of other people. Where are my faults? Where are my flaws? How can I improve? As much as I'm going to the gym, I'm working on my body, I'm working on my face, but more than anything else, I am improving my mind. I am improving the content of my character. I am holding myself accountable. I am becoming a disciplined person. I am actually becoming the very best of myself. So in being the best of yourself, I think it is so important to look good. It is so important to, always present with your best foot forward, but more than everything is your character. My mother always says, character is like smoke. Use the lid of a pot and cover it up, but before you know it, it seeps from the cracks and it comes out. Your character is not something you can hide. You can be the most gorgeous babe, you can be the most handsome buff guy, but as long as you have an iffy character, after a while, people will tire of you, and that character, and just be like, your looks wouldn't cut it anymore. So, number 5 is focus/take action. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. Somebody like me, right? I listen to a lot of stuff on YouTube, and before I used to have like an Instagram addiction. When I was working, when I had a 9 to 5, I used to have an Instagram addiction. So I go to the office and I scroll Instagram from morning to evening. I get nothing done. Then when I stopped working and I decided to focus on YouTube and my other businesses, I found that I was also having a YouTube addiction. But then I thought that it was that because of the content that I consume on YouTube, I felt, oh, these are things that are motivating me, these are things that are uplifting me, so it can't be all bad. And I find myself that I'm just stuck on a loop. Sometimes I move from Muji to Sadhguru to Alan Watts to Bruce Lipton to Wayne Dyer to Neville Goddard to Reverend I. I'm just going from one place to the other, and the truth is, in as much as it is enlightening content, it is uplifting content, but the listening of that thing is not going to change your life. Like the Bible says, don't just be a hearer of the word, be a doer. And it applies in principle. Don't just listen, don't just sit down and consume. What can you do? The truth of the matter is, Statistics has proven that people's focus now is smaller than it has ever been. All of these social media apps are designed to keep you addicted to them because your attention is what is generating income. It's an attention economy. So for the longer that they can hold your attention, the more money that they are making. And while, please don't get me wrong, there is a place for entertainment, there is a place for you to sit down, enjoy your Netflix, enjoy your Prime videos, enjoy your Instagram, all of those things that make you smile and give you that little dopamine shot. But at the same time, it is also just as important to ensure that your life is improving every day, every single day, and you are not just consuming. Like I said, I found myself really consuming a lot of sport stuff, and I feel my head swelling. I'm like, oh my God, my spirit is getting so enlightened. I'm getting so spiritually aware and awakened, remaining for my leg not to touch the ground when I'm walking. But then I come out of it and I'm faced with the same reality of my life. Focus takes discipline, and as far as I'm concerned, discipline is the highest form of self-love. For you to say that, okay, I have slotted 2 to 4 for social media, and once it is 4, you drop your phone. It is the highest form of self-love because you're telling yourself that I love you enough to deprive you even from what you think you want to enjoy, to give you what you need. If I say I'm going to read 2 hours of a book every day, I ensure that I stick to it. And as much as, like I said, there are millions and millions of apps now teaching you how to focus, I believe that focus, for real focus, what you really need, number 1, a to-do list, and number 2, discipline. You have to be able to rein yourself in. You have to be able to drop that phone. You have to be able to turn off that TV. You have to be able to shut the world out and laser focus on what you want to achieve. It is within your own power, not anybody else's power, to make this year the best year for you. But you have to focus on your dreams, focus on your plan, stick to your plan, stick to your script, and make the best out of it. When you have your to-do list, when you have your discipline, you can achieve anything. Now, I'm going to start again doing my to-do list every day. And I'm not saying, oh, sometimes I might not falter. I'm not saying live a robotic life. Don't allow yourself to have fun. Don't flex. Don't have your off day. No. Please, by all means, we are humans. It's not every time that you're in tip-top shape and you're like, oh yes, I can conquer the world. I can do this. Some days you're just out of it. Allow yourself in those days. But when you have your energy, crack down on your time and focus on your goals. Take action on your goals by giving yourself that laser focus, because you can. If you put your mind to it 100%, you actually can. So number 6 is relationship with the divine. Anybody that knows me knows that I am a very spiritual person. I'm not the conventional religious person, but I am a very, very, very spiritual person. I believe, more than anything, in a relationship with the divine. And I also believe that a relationship with the divine is not something that can be taught. It is something that comes from the contemplation of your spirit, sitting in stillness, understanding yourself, understanding why you are here, understanding your role on earth, and understanding that all of us are microcosms of the bigger infinite spirit that brought us here, and understanding our connection with that divine and our connection with one another. Now, whatever religion you are, honor your God, worship your God, believe in him in truth and in true conviction. Because in Nigeria now, for example, we're a very, very religious country. Every corner you turn, there's a church. I'm sure at some point in this video, you hear, the prayers of a mosque going on. They are everywhere, churches, mosques, they are everywhere in Nigeria. But yet we have a lot of, horrible characters, for lack of a better word, very questionable characters we have around us. And it's like, these everyday people are the people in the churches, they are the people in the mosques. So how come we don't have the conviction? Because one thing that I know that any holy book tries to do is to convict the heart of a man to the best of himself. But it's like, how come that a society is so religious, has a lot of questionable practices in it? It's because a lot of us don't have a genuine connection to the divine. We don't have a genuine relationship with the divine. For a lot of people in Nigeria, religion is just like a rite of passage. Oh, let me go to church because I should, or because I've always gone. Let me go to the mosque because, I should, because I've always gone and I don't want to go against, my religion. But is it really a conviction for you? Is it really a conviction? There's a scripture in the Bible that I really love that says the love of Christ constrains us. What does that mean? The love of Christ reins you in. The love of Christ holds you. It pulls you back from doing what you are not supposed to do or doing what others will consider as questionable. That is what I believe is true religion. That is what I believe is true spirituality. Being able to bridle yourself even when nobody is watching. Being able to hold yourself, to the highest of yourself and your convictions even when nobody is there. And I believe that comes from a genuine relationship with the divine. When you understand who the divine is and the role the divine plays in your life and you in relation to the divine, you will be constrained. You would know how to function as a high functioning member of society in such a way that your life brings joy, your life brings inspiration, your life is something that when people look at, they're like, wow, I want to be like this person. Regardless of the religion you are, regardless of where you're coming from, people look at you and like, wow, I'm so inspired by the way this person lives their life. I want to be like them. That is what I think a real relationship with the divine births for us. So I admonish any one of you listening, go back to the drawing board. Understand your God for who God really is. God is love. God is love. God is love. That's a very, 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 very deep statement. God is love. God is love. If we say we know God and we do not know love, we don't know God at all. If we say we know God and we can't love and respect our fellow people around us, our fellow Nigerians, our neighbors, our friends, we're backstabbing them, pulling the carpet from under their feet, doing anything you have to do because you must be a sharp guy. Why not? If I don't open my eye now, somebody go come collect them. That's the mindset that runs in us. And that is why, unfortunately, progress is very hard in these parts because God is love. If we don't understand the power of love and the role that love actually plays in the orchestration of a man's life, we're going to be going around the same mountain over and over and over again. So before I turn this into a sermon, remember that you must have a relationship with the divine. And we're going to move to number 7, which is remember to live. Remember to live. Remember to live. Life is beautiful. Life is incredible. Life is amazing. There are so many things that happen, and life is hard. Life is difficult. Life is challenging. But that's the beauty of the yin and yang. Imagine if life was just all easy. Or imagine if life was just all hard, So we have to remember to live because of this gift that we call life, this gift that we have that is life. We have to remember to live, to enjoy it, enjoy life for what it is. As a spirit being having a human experience, enjoy this human experience for everything that it is, and for a lot of us that live in this kind of societies where we're really driven by material things, everybody must be like, I pass my neighbor. People find their joy in materialism. They find a lot of their joy in what I have above the next person. But true happiness, true joy, true enjoyment comes from the littlest things like your family, your friends, your children, your spouse, looking into the people you love eyes and knowing that these people are going to be there for you even when the chips are down. This is the beauty of life. This is the enjoyment of life. Yes, it is good to have material things. Yes, it is good to have money because money gives you options, Money exposes your life to opportunity, freedom, options. But the true joy of living comes in enjoying the little moments that money cannot buy. There are so many things that money cannot buy. And if you sit down in a place of gratitude, you understand that there is so much around you to be thankful for. There is so much around around you that you can enjoy in your life. A lot of people nowadays feel, oh, when I'm riding in a private jet, when I'm Gucci all down to my socks, that's when I'm enjoying life. But no, it's good to ride in a private jet if you can. It's good to be Gucci down to your socks if you can afford it. But the enjoyment of life, like I said, comes from the simple things: taking a good breath of fresh air and knowing that your lungs are working, knowing that your body is functional. The greatest computer on earth is functioning by nothing that you do. Sitting in nature and enjoying the beauty of life, going by the beach, going for a walk, exercising your body, living your life. Life is all about expression. We have to enjoy this privilege we have to express our humanity, our spirit expressing our humanity for all of the beauty that it is. So number 7, my last and final tip to making 2024 the best year of your life is to remember to live. Remember to live. Remember to enjoy your life. So I want to say thank you. If you've taken your time to watch to this point, I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Like I said, a lot of my videos on history, African history, mythology and philosophy are going to be going off this channel very soon. I'm starting my African education channel, and if you're really interested in African education, please subscribe to that channel. But if you want to continue to see me living my baby girl African life with my friends, my family, my travel, my lifestyle, the interviews I have, and all of those good stuff, don't forget to do not leave here without subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave here. So I want to say thank you if you've watched to this point. I really appreciate you. If you have not seen the last video on my if you have not seen the last video I posted, please click on it. The link is going to be right there, and I shall see you there. Have an incredible 2024. I believe that this year is going to be our best year yet. I will see you in my next video. Bye.